Please note that this recording is not intended to be used as a dietary or nutritional guideline. It merely is designed to help foster and build healthy habits and patterns of behavior towards eating. Before listening to this recording, please make sure that you fully researched all dietary decisions and, if necessary, please also consider seeing a licensed nutritionist. Again, this recording is not providing nutritional advice. However, if you have independently come to the conclusion that you would like to decrease the amount of starches, sugars, and carbohydrates that you consume, and increase the amount of activity that you have in your lifestyle, then listening to this recording will be very beneficial. Because hypnosis is a very powerful tool to enact changes in your day-to-day behavior. Every single day, just imagine that it's a little bit easier to make healthy, positive choices. Imagine that every single day, it's a little bit easier to be more physically active. You find that you naturally and easily have more motivation to make the positive choices in your day-to-day life that you know will benefit you for years to come. So as you envision these positive life choices, I want you to breathe in and out, slowly and deeply. Every breath in can fill you with a sense of purpose and empowerment. And every breath out can push away any stress and tension and self-doubt, because deep down deep in your subconscious mind, you know that you have the tools to enact these life changes. You know that you can find the motivation to be more physically active, and you know that there are plenty of opportunities to choose healthy food options and to reduce the ones that are less healthy for you. All on your own, you've done your own research and have consulted with the proper people to provide you with dietary advice. So right now, you're just listening to me to have that little boost to your motivation to carry out your plans for your eating habits and for how physically active you want to be. Because you know that enacting these plans today will reap so many benefits in the future. And when you're hypnotized, it's very easy to vividly imagine the future, to envision it, and to embody it. And when you embody your future, you really don't need to struggle to find motivation to enact plans to make that future a reality, because you're already feeling the benefits of the future. So all you have to do is feel them even more intensely. Every single day is a chance to bring that future a little bit closer and to make it just a little bit more true. So right now, just drift and focus on my voice. It's okay if those eyelids are starting to feel a little heavy, because soon you'll be closing them. But I want you to follow a simple pattern of breathing in and out slowly and deeply for the moment being. Every time you exhale, close those heavy, heavy eyelids. And every time you breathe in, I want you to try to open those heavy, heavy eyelids, letting go, drifting, removing any and all self-doubt as you exhale and close your eyes. And every time you breathe in, breathing in confidence in yourself. Deep down deep, your subconscious mind knows what to do. Your body, deep down deep, will help guide you. Your body will give you helpful cues to let you know that the choices you are making are helping and improving you every single day. Letting those eyelids get a little bit more heavy as you drift. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and let them lock shut. You'll be so relaxed that you won't want to open your eyes, and maybe so relaxed that it feels a little difficult to open those eyes. But that's okay, because you're just going to drift down deep, very deep into trance, to a place where you can envision the future. And when your eyes are open, what you're seeing right now will interfere with what you'll be seeing in the future. So just let your eyes close, let them shut, drifting down and going deep into sleep, closing those eyes and letting them lock shut. And now, for a moment, try to open those eyes, but prove that you can't, prove that you won't, prove that you'll just sleep deeply, deep down deep, letting go of everything and relaxing, only opening those eyes when I tell you to. And in a moment, I'll tell you to do just that. Every single time those eyes close and you sleep deeply, you can drop twice as deep into trance, twice as fast, feeling really relaxed, focusing on how good your body feels as you relax, letting every muscle go loose and limp, opening those eyes on 3 and ready to drop even deeper. 1, 2, 3. Slowly open those eyes. Just relax for a moment. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, sleep. You are already closing your eyes automatically as you exhaled, and it feels really good to let go and drop deep. It's so very easy to drop deep into trance. And maybe, just maybe, you can let go a little bit more and let my voice guide you along. Now imagine your right arm, slowly but surely, feeling as light as a feather. Feel it floating upwards, as if there's a string tied around your right wrist, and there's a balloon gently pulling on that string, guiding that hand higher and higher, guiding your whole arm higher and higher up, your right arm floating upwards, letting go to this floating feeling, knowing that this floating feeling will help you envision the future. And you want to envision the future. You want to envision the results of all your positive food choices. Drifting, letting that hand float higher and higher. And now, just relax and sleep. Feeling that hand dropping down. That hand dropping down to your side. Letting go and relaxing. Very good. Just drifting. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And when I reach 3, you can open those eyes and look at that hand that's now loose and limp at your side. 1, 2, 3. Now, turn your head and look at your hand. And as you look at the hand, loose and limp at your side, notice something a little different. In your other hand, your left hand feels as if there's a force pulling it upwards, guiding it upwards. Becoming aware of this, feeling as if a string is tied around your left wrist, and that string is attached to a balloon, pulling your hand up, 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 turning to look at it, noticing it fully and completely, just drifting, and now sleep, letting that hand drop to your side, both of your hands loose and limp at your sides. Just go deep into sleep, opening those eyes on 3, ready to drop even deeper. 1, 2, 3. Open those eyes, but just for a moment, as you sleep. Deep, deep sleep. Those eyelids are just locking shut. Your body feels warm and heavy, and you can easily let go to this feeling, because being hypnotized is always a very enjoyable feeling. And as you drift in this enjoyable feeling, I want you to let some things float away. I'm going to let you relax so deeply that all the numbers in your mind can just float away for a little bit. No thinking about those, going very deep into trance, so very deep that you forget all the numbers and you're just focusing on how you feel right now and how you'll feel in the future when you reduce carbs, sweets, and starches from your diet, and when you increase physical activity. So, as you just drift, I want you to mentally try to count up all the way to 100, starting at 1, then 2, then 3, drifting deeper and deeper as those numbers get larger and larger. You can just keep on trying to focus on those numbers as my voice just rattles along. Now I know that you might think it's a challenge to get all the way to 100, but you find that those numbers fade away. It's not a challenge. It's all about drifting, relaxing, and it would feel so good to let go of those big numbers. They're only getting larger and larger, more cumbersome to think about. So don't think, just sink deep into trance, because soon I'll be describing your future. Soon I'll be describing the best possible version of yourself, the version that you know can be achieved, the version of yourself that you're so longing to become. So holding on to those numbers won't help with that. Let them drift and drop deep, deep into sleep. Sleep deeply, letting everything fade, letting everything but my voice fade away, because everything else can just drift back to you later. Right now is your time to drift closer and closer towards your future, towards the best possible version of yourself. Now, imagining that you're walking closer and closer to a circle on the ground. Inside the circle, you see somebody who looks very familiar. In fact, they look almost exactly like you, except there's a few differences. They look really happy. They look like they have a lot of energy. Maybe they look like they've lost a few pounds. Maybe they look really fit. Maybe, just maybe, this is the future version of yourself, the part of you deep down deep in your mind that's been held back by certain choices that you've been making, but you know that choices can lead to this ideal version of yourself. And right now, you're making the most important choice that you possibly can. You're envisioning your future, because no accomplishments ever happen by accident, really. You have to envision what you want, and right now, you're doing that easily and effortlessly, and you know that another step that you can take towards reaching this ideal version of yourself is maybe increasing the level of physical activity you have in your day-to-day life. Maybe you'll find little snippets of time in your day-to-day routine that were previously outside of your perception that you could use to exercise. Maybe, just maybe, you can increase the amount of exercise you have. Maybe, just maybe, you'll find a sport that you really enjoy playing that will make exercising so fun, easy, and effortless, something that you actually look forward to. There are so many ways, so many options, so many easy little steps that get you closer and closer to this circle that has the ideal version of yourself in it, and you're getting closer. You can also imagine, maybe, being more mindful of the choices you make when you eat, knowing that there's certain things that you can avoid, but also, maybe, just maybe, there are other foods that you can gravitate towards, other foods that are healthier for you, and you can make those choices because you know, deep down deep, that you're a very smart, capable person who can research all the nutritional info that's appropriate and applicable, and you know that you can apply this information to yourself easily and effortlessly. Knowledge is power, and you know that there's some things you could be doing to improve your health. Maybe, just maybe, reducing the amount of starches, carbohydrates, and sweets that you consume could help. Maybe, just maybe, increasing the amount of healthy food that you eat can help. Just thinking about this as you drift closer and closer towards the circle containing the ideal version of yourself. Now, in a few moments, you're going to be so very close to this circle that you'll be nearly touching it, and that's really exciting. You'll be able to walk into this circle and experience all the feelings and all the positivity that you know that you're going to have every single day when you achieve your goal, whatever your goal is, and become the ideal version of yourself. Every step closer is filling you with more confidence and more motivation because you can feel improvements happening already, and you know that they'll be so much more real and more powerful once you take the steps in real life too. Your attitude and willingness to change is improving. You don't need as much motivation to be more active physically and reduce your intake of carbohydrates because it's no longer you just imagining the future in a moment. It's you feeling the future, feeling the feelings you know that you'll feel when you achieve your goals. And that is a very powerful motivator. So, just allow these positive, empowering feelings to flow into your conscious mind from your subconscious mind. You have all the information. You know all the steps. You just need to let go and let this subconscious energy flow and permeate through every part of your mind and body, getting closer and closer to that circle, to that winner's circle, towards your future, reaching out with your hand and touching it and passing through it and becoming one with the ideal future version of yourself who is standing in the winner's circle, feeling good right now as you fuse with your future self and become them for just a moment in this trance, because you know that when you wake up from trance, you won't be the future version of yourself, you'll be the present version of yourself. However, you will have a little taste of how good the future is, and how motivating will that be, knowing that right now, how good you feel could be how good you feel all the time when you take the steps to achieve your goals, knowing that you can and you will be more physically active, moving closer and closer towards that choice every single day, knowing that you can and will make healthier choices with your foods, making sure that you seek out appropriate amounts of food and appropriate types of food, knowing that you can avoid starches, carbohydrates, and sugars, knowing that they'll no longer be an excessive part of your life. You can establish balance, and you can enjoy feeling good, both physically and mentally, about your choices. And as you drift in this feeling, as you drift in this confidence, feel all of these sensations growing twice as strong, twice as intense, twice as powerful, and knowing that they're going to linger and stay with you. In the future, if you ever need a little bit extra motivation, a little extra push, you can just listen to this recording. Or, if you're pressed for time, you can think about this recording. You can remember this recording. You can remember this feeling, because I know you're not going to forget it, are you? No, of course you won't forget this. Of course you won't forget how good you're feeling right now, and how those feelings just seem to intensify every passing second, growing stronger and stronger. You'll remember this. You'll remember this deeply. And whenever you're feeling a little unmotivated or a little low in energy, you can use this memory right here and feel invigorated to make the choices that you know will further you along on your goals. Being more physically active, maybe finding some stuff that you really enjoy doing, maybe finding some new foods to try that you never thought you would enjoy so deeply, but you do. Deep down deep, you know that you can make these choices. And whenever you're feeling a little unmotivated, you can remember this recording, or you can just listen again. It's up to you. There's a lot of flexibility in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is a very powerful tool, and you can fully and completely utilize it in trance, easily and effortlessly. Every single day, making healthy life choices is becoming easier and easier for you. Breathing in and out, each breath in, filling you with confidence and energy. Each breath out, removing any stress and self-doubt. You know you can do this. I know you can do this. And every single day, you're moving closer and closer towards your goals, towards choosing healthier eating habits, towards reducing the amounts of carbohydrates you consume, and definitely increasing the amount of physical activity you engage in. Not just drifting, feeling really good and amazing. In a little bit, I'm going to be counting up from 1 to 5, and when I reach 5, you'll wake up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert, and able to easily and effortlessly remember how good it felt to feel all the feelings the future version of yourself will be feeling. Because you know, deep down deep, you could be feeling this awesome all the time. You just need to increase the amount of physical activity you engage in, make better food choices, and reduce the amount of starches, sugars, and carbohydrates you intake. And every single day, that process will be easier and easier because you'll make so much progress and you'll pick up momentum. Every single day will be a little bit easier. Every single day will be a little bit better. So you can wake up from trance with a big smile on your face, feeling really awesome and really energized, ready to wake up, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert as I count from 1 to 5. 1. Slowly drifting towards wakefulness. 2. More and more. 3. Slowly becoming aware of how awesome your future's going to be. 4. Almost there, almost fully awake. And 5. Wake up and open those eyes, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, awake and alert.